Hello, world, and this is Talkin Live. And why did we lose? Our show's all about what's happening today and why you're lost. And I seen these two videos. I watched them, and I watched Alex Baldwin on his video, and said we was uninformed, but we are informed just like they're. Now, the people that are uninformed is the people that don't listen, don't watch, and as I might have said earlier or before in other shows, this being uninformed, and like the accident happened with Alex, the people wasn't informed. They wasn't there. They didn't see it, how it happened, why it happened. And that's uninformed. And they keep on dragging on, but maybe it's something that they just think they got to do. But I want to show these videos of Alex and also Sharon Stone.
In my country, without going into significant detail, half the people in the country are happy, and half the people in the country are very unhappy. It's a very difficult time in the United States. And I think the only way people can learn what is happening, and film is unique in this way, not only what's happening in the United States, but around the world. What's happening, you might not learn from the news. Television news in the United States is a business. They have to make money. And again, not to go into great detail about that, but there's a hole, there's a vacuum. There is a gap, if you will, in information for Americans. Americans are very uninformed about reality, what's really going on with climate change, Ukraine, Israel, and you name it, all the biggest topics in the world. Americans have an appetite for a little bit of information. That vacuum is filled by the film industry, not just the independent film industry, not just the documentary film industry, which are very important around the world, but by narrative films as well, where the filmmakers and the buyers, the studios and the networks and the streamers are willing to go that way, and they're willing to try to make films that are not only entertaining, but informative as well. So I think right now is probably one of the most significant times in our history. And since film began, since the film experience began, it became an art form, it became a business, a huge business. Now is probably one of the most important times in our history for us to make films that will teach people about what reality is around the world.
So Americans who don't travel, who 80% don't have a passport, who are uneducated, are in their extraordinary naivete. What I can say is that the only way that we can help with these issues is to help each other. A lot of your friends are not good men. And you can't continue to pretend that your friends are good men when they are not good men. And you must be very clear-minded and understand that your friends who are not good men are dangerous, violent men, and you have to keep them away from your daughters, your wives, and your girlfriends, because this is a time when we can no longer look away.
Okay, I hope you understood that we're just pointing out they are a lot of people that understand not only by what they've seen in the last 4 years. And that as far as travel, we know there's poverty all over the world. So, are you so ignorant that you didn't see what you're doing to the country? Are you blind? Or are you deaf? I just don't get it. Why did you lose? Because you try to push something off on American people that was a crock. You tried to make out like that, what you said was okay and taking away everything that American people are used to, that's what caused you to lose. You was leaning toward communism, not toward democracy. You wasn't leaning toward freedom. You was leaning toward communism. That's why you lost. And if you continue to do this, you're going to never win again. But that you can convince the people of this country that you're right. But, I mean, you can't convince someone that you're right when they see it with their own eyes is destroying the country. You can't tell a man that works 40 hours a week, you got to replace your heater, you got to replace your car, you got to replace this and that. You cannot tell a man, working man, that and get his vote or her vote. Now, there's some out there that is really blinded. You feel like that your country is so bad, why don't you give that money back that you've made? I'm saying this to all the people complaining and won't leave the country, not just one person, but how did you make your money you have to be able to get on jets and go to stay in these fancy hotels? And it was American people that bought your records if you're a singer. It was American people that boosted you up, got you on the top list of directors, you know. It was the people that made your fortune. They liked what you entertained them, and they bought your records, they bought your movies, they go in, they get your streaming programming and all that, the movies, the show. Now, I seen Billy Bob Thornton doing this series, and it was great. I think it was great. What I seen of it, I hadn't watched it, but the trailer of it I seen, and it's kind of like a Dallas show to me. And what he said on there, leaving out his cuss words, he was right about gas and oil and all that. And if you ever watch my show, you know, I give people credit for what they do where it's right, and then if it's right, I give you credit. If it's wrong, I give you credit. I don't do these shows because I hate nobody, or I do these shows because I enjoy talking to people and getting people to give their opinion. You know, we got some big things coming up, do shows, and where it'll be hard to miss our shows. And Alex, I'm still looking forward to you to do that interview with me. I won't embarrass you. I talk to you just like we talked before. You told me not to bang Biden too much. Well, I just told the truth about him, and people are informed of what was going on during the election. You know, you hate Donald Trump. All of you hate Donald Trump, but the plans he has is going to benefit you. It's going to give more money to the people in the United States where they can buy more TVs, more shows, more this, more that. It's going to benefit you, and you're going to make more money on your movies because it'll give the audience more money to pay to watch it. So why would you want to move out of the country because of Donald Trump? Donald Trump don't care if you move out of the country. He just says, well, goodbye, I'm glad you're gone, and I don't see nothing that I care about that, you know, I'm getting better as some comedians with my tie. But I cannot see why that people hate Donald Trump so much because he's going to make the country better. And it's been so much destruction on this country, so much cost and money that's going to have to be spent to get it back in shape. And I sit and I hear this. Why did we win? Didn't win? I can't understand it. You didn't win because you were bringing a communist party. You were acting like communists, not Americans. Your issue, your agenda was to cost more money for people that are hard working. That was your problem. That's why you lost. And another reason you lost, you didn't have nothing to bring out there that could win. Someone has been, I think I could win something with spending nearly $1.5 billion or $1 billion. I don't know why she had to pay these these celebrities to be on their show. If they really wanted her to win, why didn't they just go on there and let her on there free? But she had to pay them. If you come on this show, I don't pay you. I lift you up. I try to give you the benefit of the doubt for everything you say or everything you do. And Donald Trump wins way by with a landslide, and you're still asking, why did you lose? But just look around you. How much money is it going to cost to deport all these people? How much money is it going to cost to go out there and take these people and put them on a plane or whatever and get them back in their country? Come back. If you come over the border illegal, do it right. When you go back, when you want to come to this country and make something out of yourself, come on back. But if you're a criminal, you're a dope dealer, you're wanting to take advantage of the American people or take advantage of those that are out there struggling to live, don't come. We don't want you here. We don't need you here. If you want to make some money, get you a regular job or do something that's benefit to others and benefit to you. Don't come to America and bring your drugs and your sick mind over here and rape kids and rape anybody. Stay in your country. You do that in some of your countries, you would be lined against the wall and be shot. Of course, America's civilized. They say they are. We ain't civilized, we're just suckers. That's what we are. Biden made us look like a bunch of suckers. That's what he made in Kamala Harris. And if Kamala Harris could win an election, I wouldn't want to live in a country she could ever win an election. Talk about leaving the country. That woman had no idea what a president's supposed to do. And Obama act like that he was told what to do. He didn't act like he's a president. He act like that he was on a puppet on a string. Because he talked about democracy, but those strings moved him around so much that he did exactly what the Democratic Party wanted to do. And if that's the best you got, Americans don't want you. And if you're going to keep on doing that, working against Donald Trump, and I don't know what Donald Trump's going to do. He might make a mistake and get blown off the mouth. I don't know. He ain't perfect either. But I tell you what, it's better what we had. And Elon Musk, I'm sure he's a good guy and all that. But I hope that his being stingy and trying to live in a, you know, I hope he don't cut off some benefits for some people that need it to save money. Don't want nobody in America to suffer because some idea that somebody else had to save money. It's like this. All the billionaires, all the millionaires, they don't have to worry about stuff like other people. And I'm for those people on the other side that have to work 40 hours, 60 hours a week to survive. I'm for those people. Your living's already made. You don't have to worry about those people. You got mad because they lost the election. Well, I'm going to tell you something. These agendas of the Biden and Kamala was putting a hurt on a lot of people. And I do agree that our country is the greatest country in the world. But we're not supposed to take our people's money and give it to someone that is not an American citizen or not a veteran. Our veterans need to be took care of. There's so many things. You know, and you know what? Because of, and I'm an animal lover, because of Joe Biden, and people can't even afford to keep their own dog, and they take it and throw it on the street. It's hurting so many people, even the animals. People, there's older people that's got cats and dogs. They have to give them up because the cost of living so much. But then I'm saying you millionaires, you billionaires, you got it made. You people on Wall Street, I mean, you don't have to worry about stuff like that. And you go and you say you're leaving the country because somebody want to make it better. What kind of American are you? Are you an American citizen? Don't you supposed to take up for the American people, not for the bad side, but for the good side? Don't you have any mercy or thoughts about other people suffering? I mean, you get on your private jet, you fly to Italy, you fly anywhere in the world. You go to the finest restaurants, you eat caviar, you eat all this $5 food, and then you're complaining about somebody winning an election. And if American people keep the right mind and open their eyes, they're informed. That's why Donald Trump won. He won this election because people are informed. Trump won because he had the best plan for America. You know, these guys are working overtime in these places. The government takes a big chunk out of that overtime. And Donald Trump wants to forget about that. Don't charge no taxes on overtime. Don't charge no taxes on Social Security when you file your taxes. That's a good idea, don't you think? Or would it be better to take that tax money that he gets and give it to somebody else? That poor man, a hard-working man, loses than a woman. Would it be better to give it to them? No, it wouldn't. I'm talking about them, and I'm talking about these people that come across the border. Would it be better to give it to them or to give it to the people that work for it? Stay in a hotel free and the veterans on the street. Getting special things that they don't deserve. They're little kids, I believe in feeding them. I mean, I looked at the news and I seen these kids coming, they was on the border from South America, and they was by themselves. And the cartel's making money off of them kids, probably because their parents give them money. They're here in the United States, and so they got across the border illegally. And now they sent for their children. They got the cartel to bring them up there to the border and get them back here in the country. I think children should be with their parents. I think the dreamers should be given the citizenship if they're obeying the laws and they're working hard and they've got a home life. And I think they should get a citizenship. But I don't think all these people that come across the border since Biden got in there deserve a citizenship. Maybe. But they come over here illegal. Now, he sent 5 million something back. He deported 5 million. That y'all gonna get me mad at him about it? Donald Trump, they didn't even come across the border so much because he knew he'd get deported. And our presidents from all the way back to Rogan, if they people come over here, and if they come over here legal, I welcome you open arms. As long as you didn't come to deal in drugs, you didn't come to prostitute little kids and women, I welcome you, and you didn't come here to rob and steal and kill. You're welcome here. I welcome you. But if you come across the border illegally, I don't welcome you. I know I've been to a lot of countries in South America. I know how you have to struggle over there too. But if you want to get somewhere, come here illegal. Don't come over here illegal. And I'd like to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving. Alex, you and your 7 kids and your wife, I'd like to wish you, and of course everybody else involved in this country, I'd like to wish you all a happy Thanksgiving and a great Thanksgiving. Be careful of traveling. Don't get yourself in a mess. And hope you have safe travel. And we appreciate all of you people that watch my show. I'll close for the day, and God bless all of you, and have a great Thanksgiving.
The views and opinions expressed on all Talkin' Live presentations are those of the host and their guests, and not necessarily those of the staff or management of the Talkin' Live TV broadcast studio, or by this channel or its management.